Good morning, everybody. This is Andrew Rodman with Western Marketing in warm, sunny Missouri Valley, Iowa. Today we've got Todd Cowan with Ameritas that is going to update with you guys some of the changes that Ameritas is having to their plans and how they're going to make their plans better for your clients and then for you guys as agents as well. So once again, thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day to join in with us. Couple of housekeeping things. If I could have somebody at the bottom right in the chat box just let me know that you can hear me and that you can also see the Ameritas PrimeStar individual dental and vision insurance screen for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see here, questions. And then in the same aspect, thank you. I appreciate you guys answering. If you guys have questions along the way, go ahead and type them in the chat box. If I see that they're relevant, I'm going to go ahead and interrupt Todd and we'll try to address those there at that point in time. If not, what we're going to do is just wait till the end and we'll have your questions answered there. For whatever reason, if your question does not get answered, you can definitely call into our office number, which is 800-852-7152 at the end. Otherwise, I will reach out to you personally. I'll also put that phone number and the email in the chat box so that you guys are ready to go. So it looks like we've got a few more people filing in. I'm going to hand it over to Todd to let him rock and roll because we got about 30 minutes of your time and we're going to get you guys in and out of here and keep you updated with the changes for Ameritas. So Todd, appreciate it. Let's rock and roll.
Great. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the agents who are joining this afternoon. I know this is a busy time of year for everyone. We appreciate your partnership and support over the years. Also want to thank the entire team at Western Marketing. Ameritas and Western have had a long-standing, very successful partnership for many, many years, and we're looking forward to continuing to grow the business together. So as Andrew said, we're going to use your time wisely this afternoon. I know your time is valuable and you're very busy. So we're going to talk a little bit about the brand new products that Ameritas is launching on the end of this month, on the 28th. We'll talk a little bit about our network expansion and some exciting things around our network. And then we'll talk a little bit about our new enrollment tool that launched. It launched actually about 45 days ago. And we just want to give you, for those of you that have not had the opportunity to use our new shopping and enrollment tool, we'll have a couple of screenshots and kind of highlight that tool. As Andrew said, my name is Todd Cowan. I'm the National Sales Director for Ameritas Dental. And I'm responsible for our individual dental and vision product sales. Going into why dental and vision. So Ameritas has been in the individual dental and individual vision space for over 30 years and have a pretty substantial book of business, around $400 million of in-force business. As you'd expect with a carrier that has been in the business as long as we have, we do a fair amount of market research with our top performers, top agents and general agents across the country. And what you'll see on the screen is some of the feedback. When we ask the question, why do agents include standalone dental in their product portfolio, a couple of feedback items resonate with our top producers. The first is referrals. Our top performers are using dental and vision, individual dental and vision, to sell and to establish those clients outside of open enrollment. These products are in high demand. We'll talk a little bit about some market research that we've done around the demand for individual dental. And so we see that our top performers are using individual dental to establish those relationships, build that client base, and use that as a referral source as we go into the open enrollment timeframe. Persistency levels, everyone has heard the old adage that the more lines of coverage you have with a particular client, the longer they stay with you as a client. Adding value into your clients' lives. Everyone on this call knows that traditional Medicare has 3 gaps in coverage. The first is dental, the second is dentures, and the third is vision. And so we want to make sure that Ameritas provides you the tools to fill those coverage gaps and that you're adding value into your clients' lives. And then the last is it's growing your business, using individual dental and vision to grow your business. Let's talk a little bit about Ameritas. As I mentioned earlier, Ameritas has been in the individual dental space for over 30 years with a large in-force book of business. We have a go-to-market strategy that really consists of 3 components. The first component is creating this economic value around our products. And what I mean by that is having no waiting periods on benefits on our senior product and our under 65 product. And offering next day effective dates so folks can buy coverage immediately. Those are two examples of creating economic value. The second go-to-market strategy is around product simplicity. We want to make sure that our products are easy to understand. They don't have coverage limitations to confuse our clients or to confuse our agents. They're very simple to explain, and they're easy for consumers to understand. The last is ease of enrollment. We want to make sure that our products a member can enroll in 3 minutes or less, or agents can assist their clients with the enrollment process. So those three things are really the cornerstones or the go-to-market strategy of Ameritas: that economic value, product simplicity, and ease of enrollment. We do a lot of we talked about some of the research that Ameritas is doing, and really the interesting thing that jumped off the page this year is our data is showing now more than ever, agents are transitioning and moving back and forth between the over 65 market and the under 65 market. Historically, our data would show us that we had a lot of specialization with our agents. They would focus in the senior market, and that's where they would live. Now we're seeing agents move back and forth. We also received feedback from agents that said, geez, Ameritas, we love your product portfolio, we love the simplicity, but we would like to see you create some products that are specific to a particular market. If you could create a senior product that clearly resonates with the senior market, that would be great. If you can create an under 65 product that would work in that under 65 market, that would work well with my clients. So we kind of took that feedback, and that's what translated into our product portfolio that I'm going to go over in just a few minutes. Before we go into the actual products that was built based on your feedback, before we go into that, I just want a quick overview of some of the market opportunity. For those of you that may not be in the under 65 market, here's some quick industry data. You can see the ages running down the left-hand side, and it highlights the uninsured rates. The uninsured rates between that 19 and 25, 26 to 34, and that 35 to 40. And really you can see in that 26, these years here, these middle years, 26 through 44, really the high levels of uninsured population. And then you see that kind of uninsured part-timers. We have 25 million Americans that are employed on a part-time or a seasonal basis, and they're not eligible for traditional employer benefits. And so they have a coverage gap. They need to have dental coverage. Moving on to some of the market opportunity in the over 65 market. Some of this was interesting feedback that we received. 1 in 4 seniors lack dental insurance today. 25% of the folks aging into Medicare eligibility have no idea how they're going to get dental coverage. They know they want it, but they don't know how they're going to get it. There's another high percentage of folks that believe that Medicare covers dental insurance. So I think the moral of the story here is in that over 65 market, it all starts with education, making sure your clients understand where those coverage gaps are in traditional Medicare, and making sure you've got the right products to fill those coverage gaps. Product simplicity. We talked about one of our cornerstone go-to-market strategy is around product simplicity. What you see on the screen is a quick map. There's no need to memorize this map. This map highlights the areas where we have a consistent product across the country. So everywhere where you see blue means that we've got a consistent product. They'll make it, again, easy for you to understand and easy to market for your clients, for those of you that work in multiple states. The areas that are highlighted in black, that doesn't mean that I don't have a product there. I certainly have products in all states. What it means is that I've got a challenging Department of Insurance that I have a unique product, or there's a slight variation to the plan. So again, there's no need to memorize this. This is just an illustration to highlight the product consistency across the country. All right, let's talk about the brand new products. And again, these products are available and they will available on 7/28. So at the end of this month, the link that you're currently using, so those folks that are currently doing business with, if you've got a link that was provided to you when you got appointed through Western Marketing, that link will work. There's no need to change. So this is our product that is geared towards the senior market. So we talk about some of the unique features. Preventive Plus on this product. What I mean by Preventive Plus, that means that any expense towards type 1 services, exams, cleanings, bite wings, x-rays, any expense towards type 1 services does not count towards your annual maximum. This is a market differentiator. This separates Ameritas from the competition. So any type 1 services do not count towards your annual maximum. Hearing benefits, this is brand new this year. Based on your feedback, we've added hearing. Increasing annual maximum, again, another item that is an enhancement over the current portfolio based on your feedback. So let's take a quick look down the left-hand side of our total plan. Again, this product is available to all ages. It's available from 18 with no top end. We don't have a maximum age. However, you can tell by the plan, the product, the benefits that we put in here, that we are focusing this product on the senior market. So maximum benefit starts off at $2,000 and then increases to $2,500. Preventive Plus, again, this is huge. Preventive Plus, no expenses that are incurred for type 1 benefits count towards the annual maximum. Deductibles, 0 deductible for type 1, $50 for type 2 and type 3. Type 1 services, again, covered at 100%, no deductible, no waiting period, next day effective dates. You can sell someone today, have their coverage start tomorrow, and they can go and see the dentist. Basic services, type 2, that's fillings, simple extractions. Start off at 80% and increase to 90%. Again, this 90% co-insurance was built based on direct feedback from the Western Marketing folks and from you folks. Major services, type 3. This is endodontics, endo-perio, root canals, crowns, bridges, implants, starting at 20% and moving to 50%. No specific limitations around implants, crowns, or dentures. Annual hearing exam benefits start at annual hearing benefit is $75 per year. And then the hearing aid benefit starts at $200 on day 1 and then grows to $400 after year 2. So again, product designed for that senior market, still having the next day effective dates, no waiting periods on any covered benefits, Preventive Plus, hearing benefit, and higher annual maximums are what make the Ameritas product unique in the marketplace. Moving on to our access plan. This plan was designed with that under 65 population in mind for those of you that are working in the under 65 market. And again, as a reminder, this plan is available from 18 to no max age. So anyone can purchase this plan. However, when you see the benefits, you can tell that we were focused in on that under 65 family type of a client. Quick things on the right-hand side, Preventive Plus, we talked about that. Coverage for Lasik services. This, again, is another market differentiator for Ameritas. Teeth whitening, coverage for teeth whitening, another market differentiator for teeth whitening. Child orthodontia, and our increasing annual maximums. Let's move down the left-hand side. Maximum benefit starts off at $1,000 day 1 and increases to a $2,000 annual maximum. Preventive Plus is included automatically. We talked about what that means. Deductibles, 0 for type 1, $50 deductible for types 2 and type 3. Preventative type 1, it's 100% coverage, no waiting periods, no deductibles. And again, that Preventive Plus applies to type 1 services. Basic services, fillings and extractions, start off at 65%, and they increase to 80% after year 2. Major services, crowns, dentures, bridges, implants, and teeth whitening start off at 20% day 1 and increase to 50% a year later. Child orthodontia with $1,000 lifetime max starts off at 15% and goes to 50%. And here's that Lasik benefit, that unique benefit. Lasik starts off at $125 per eye for the first 2 years, and then increases to $250 after year 2. So again, what makes this product different than our competition? Preventive Plus, Lasik, teeth whitening, child ortho, and annual maximums, and increasing annual maximum. Our third plan is our value plan. One of the feedback items that we heard from folks were not only around building products in the senior market and the under 65 market, but what we needed to have was a plan for that Uber driver, the gig economy person, the waiter or waitress, the recent graduate, someone who is focused on preventative services as their major need. And so this plan was built with that person in mind, with potentially that recent grad or that someone who's in the gig economy. So it features that Preventive Plus, again, that separates us from the competition. A little bit of a lower annual maximum at $750, again with a $0 deductible on type 1, and then type 2 services at the $50 deductible. Preventative that starts off at 90% and moves to 100. Type 2 that starts off at 50% and then moves to 80%. And then our major services, no coverage in that first year, and then that moves up to 15% in the second year. The value plan has a price point that hovers anywhere between that $19 and $25 range, depending on where you are in the country. And again, this is focused on someone who's looking for primarily preventative service and is categorized as that value buyer. Moving on to why networks are important. You can see rate stability. When a member receives services inside of the network, that helps Ameritas control claims and therefore control premiums. And I'm proud to say that we did not have a rate increase last year on the in-force book of business, and we're not having a rate increase this year on the in-force book of business because of that ability to control the cost of dental care. So thank you very much for those folks that are selling our managed care products. Contracted fees. Ameritas has contracted rates with each of our dentists. Those contracted fees can provide our members anywhere from a 25 to a 50% reduction on billed fees just based on that contract. So that reduction of billed fees helps lower the members out of pocket and again creates that economic value that we talked about, which was a core strategy of Ameritas. So contracted fees helps increase that member savings. Balance billing. This means no surprises from your clients 2 weeks after they go and see the dentist. The dentist is contractually obligated to only bill what is in their contract with Ameritas. Then, of course, no claim forms. Our providers submit the claims automatically. Let's talk about the Ameritas Dental Network. I'm excited to say that over the last 12 months, Ameritas has grown their access points over 70,000, which will put us in the top tier of dental networks in any area of the country. Currently, we have more than 583,000 access points with over 130,000 unique providers. An access point is just that. That is a brick and mortar location up and down Main Street where a member can receive dental services. A unique provider is a unique dentist that's actually providing the service inside of those 583,000 access points. So network growth continues to be a focus for the Ameritas team. We talked about that economic value. Again, going back to that story, and this is a quick illustration on how our next day benefits will help support our first dollar coinsurance. So that next day effective dates help support that first dollar benefit to provide economic value. So the best way to walk through this is just a quick little illustration. An uninsured client walks into a dentist's office and they need a crown. Because they have no insurance at all, that dentist is going to charge them $1,368. They pick up the phone and they call one of you folks on this call, and you sell them a total plan. You sell them an Ameritas Dental Plan. Just in that 24-hour period that it takes to start their coverage, that dentist, as they go back into that dentist's office, and because they're an Ameritas network, because they're an Ameritas member, that charge has been reduced from $1,368 down to $803. That's the discount that the dentist has agreed to, $803. Then we apply the day one benefits that we talked about. And so therefore, the out-of-pocket cost on the first day is $682. So the difference between being uninsured and needing a crown is $1,386 out of pocket. 24 hours later, you've sold them an Ameritas Dental Plan, and their out-of-pocket cost is $642. So within 24 hours, you've saved them 53% on their out-of-pocket cost. And then you can see 12 months later, as our co-insurance increases, their savings increase, so you've saved them 71%. Moving on to our vision coverage. A couple things I'd like you to take away from our vision plan. The first is we are the only dental carrier that has relationships with two different vision networks. The first is IMED, and the second is VSP. So it's the first thing that differentiates Ameritas. The second thing that differentiates Ameritas is, you can purchase our dental plans together. You can purchase our vision plans together with dental, or you could purchase our vision plans standalone. Either one works. We talked a little bit about why dental at the beginning. We'll talk a little bit about why vision. Some industry data tells us that vision impairment can increase the risk of falls and fractures, increase the risks of identifying medication, increase the risks of those ADLs, those activities of daily living. And for those reasons, Ameritas places importance on vision and places vision as an equal importance to dental. We believe vision is an important part of the overall wellness of your client. Let's talk a little bit about our first vision plan is IMED, very straightforward plan, built with a little bit more of that value buyer in mind. You can see the network retailers, Lens Crafters, Pearl Optical are a couple of examples of network retailers in the IMED network. Eye exams, copays are $25 on this plan. Contact lenses are $15 with a $130 frame allowance. From a frequency perspective, this one is a 12, 24, 24. What I mean by that is exams every 12 months for your clients. They can get eyeglasses every 24 months and frames every 24 months. You can see a universal rate in most states of $10.67. I do have a few state specifics, Florida, Minnesota, and Mississippi at $8. This product is sold about 40% of the time. We sell an IMED plan, just to give you an idea of the popularity of this plan. VSP. VSP plan is the VSP network. You can see some of the larger big box stores that are in the VSP network, Walmart, VisionWorks, and Costco. This plan is designed with a little bit more of a benefit-rich client in mind. So you can see the eye exam was $25 on the prior plan. It's only $10 on this plan. Frame allowance up to $150. It was $130, so we've got a little bit higher of a frame allowance. Frequencies, 12, 12, 12. Exams every 12 months. Eyeglasses, 12 months. Frames every 12 months. Because the benefits have increased a little bit, you can see the rate has increased to $16 in most states. And then you can see Florida is Minnesota and Mississippi around $13. Okay, before we move on to the enrollment, we want to talk a little bit about the member tools. I think it's important just to kind of remind folks what members receive just by being an Ameritas member. So you can see the first is that Find a Provider tool, and we'll show some examples of that. This gives members the ability to locate network providers in their area. Dental Cost Estimator. This allows members to search for providers in their particular area and to help identify and get increased transparency around what their out-of-pocket costs would be for certain procedures by specific providers. Dental health report cards. We give little reminders to our in-force members about the importance of going to see and getting their annual checkups and cleanings. And this is a little bit of a gauge on how those members are doing, and a little bit of a report card. Prescription savings cards, eyewear savings cards, and then last is worldwide assistance. Again, this is automatically included when someone purchases an Ameritas Dental plan. What this will do is that if there's a dental emergency or a vision emergency outside the United States, your members can contact Ameritas. We will find a local provider that will help address their emergency situation and bridge them to get them back to the U.S. So again, all these member tools are just added benefits for being an Ameritas member. Agent tools. We do have the agent microsite for you. And you can see, if you haven't been on the microsite, I strongly encourage that you go out there. It's got a nice agent resource page. We've got some blog articles that you can take a look at, social posts that are free for you to use. Maybe some of you want to start promoting Ameritas Dental on LinkedIn and Facebook and whatever other social media. We've got social posts that are free for you to use. We've got some additional product information and tools that are out there, as well as more specific information on our network. So again, we've got a resource center that's here to support you in selling the Ameritas products. Doing business together. We want to make sure that we are the easiest dental carrier that, to do business with in the marketplace. With that in mind, all of our enrollments are done through a shopping site, through a URL, a shopping link. For those of you that are already appointed with us, you would have already received your unique URL. That is uniquely yours. That's how we track your business and how ultimately commissions are paid. So we're going to ask that you don't trade your URL with anyone else, with any other agent. This URL provides straight through processing. So what I mean by that is when members are enrolled through your URL, they're automatically loaded into my billing system and my claims system. At no point does the application, is it touched by human hands. It goes right into the system, and that's what allows members to go to the dentist or the eye doctor the next day. So again, straight through processing allows us to scale during busy times like open enrollment. We make quoting easy. Again, for those of you that may not be familiar, we've just rolled out a brand new enrollment shopping site about 45 days ago. And again, this was built with feedback from each one of you. So thank you for your feedback. The first step is to enter in the zip code where your client's located. We want to make sure we're asking minimal information to get a premium and a plan in front of you and your client. We're going to ask who needs dental, if you need dental coverage or if you need vision coverage, and then how many folks need to be covered. And that's it. Based on the answers to those questions, we're going to pop up to the top of the page our most popular plan based on new business sales. You can see the premium down the left-hand side, and you're going to see in the center of this page a high-level description of the plan. You also see a Find a Provider button. This allows members to port out and enter in information around city, state, and zip code, as well as additional filters. Maybe we're looking for a Spanish-speaking provider or an orthodontist, etc. And that will they can search providers in their area. What will come back are all the providers based on the criteria that they had entered. Most providers are going to be in black font. You can see some providers are in green font. What this means is that these providers in green font have agreed to the deepest discounts in that particular area. While we cannot share the exact discounts, that's proprietary between Ameritas and the provider, we can tell you that going to a member receiving services from a provider that's in green will increase their savings and increase their economic value. After the client has enrolled, and again, a client can enroll themselves using your URL, or you can enroll them, either one. After that enrollment process is finished, both the client and you, the agent, receive a confirmation email. So what's in it for the agent? Ability to sell out 12 months out of the year. Dental, standalone dental, is not limited to any open enrollment period. Again, we're using standalone dental as a referral base and a lead source going into those open enrollment periods. Remain relevant, establishing yourself as that one-stop shop, increasing persistency with your clients, and then continuing to add value to your clients and closing any coverage gaps that may exist either in an ACA plan or in a traditional Medicare. So from a next steps perspective, if you are not already appointed with the Western marketing team, Andrew and his team can help you get appointed. They have all the necessary paperwork. The appointment process is very quick. Within a matter of days, you'll receive your unique enrollment URL, and that lets you know that you are ready to sell the brand new products. Again, as a reminder, our brand new products are going to roll out. The products that we just went over will roll out on the 28th of this month. Up until then, the current portfolio is available. So those, you can continue to sell the Ameritas portfolio all the way up until the 28th, and then the new products will appear on the quoting engine. With that, Andrew.
Absolutely. Look at that. About 30 minutes right on the button, my friend.
Great. All right. Do we have any questions that I can answer for the crew?
Absolutely. We do have a few questions that's here. Before we get into the questions, I want to kind of put a plug towards Ameritas and dental in general. You know, as an FMO, you know, we are mainly senior focused. We do a lot of underage ACA too as well. Selling a dental plan is not hard. It's simply asking the question. You know, when somebody's transitioning into Medicare, you could simply say, hey, I'm sure you'd want to continue with your dental plan that you had on your group. Or if they didn't have a group plan, simply say, I got to make sure that we have this address for you, and it's your dental vision, because Medicare does not cover dental vision, original Medicare, that is. The Medicare Advantage plans, they do have some vision in there, but they may not be as comprehensive. So number one, just bringing it up. You got to ask your clients whether they have it. If they have it, great, compare it towards Ameritas. Ameritas, more times than not, is better than what they currently have. On top of that, you know, a dental plan that is going to make somebody angry and call you back and be upset is a dental plan that does not have 100% on preventative services. Reason for that is the individual buys a dental plan, they're paying a premium, they go to the dentist, they expect their insurance to cover their dental work. Well, the first time they go in there and they get their preventative work done, get a cleaning, and they got to pay 40% or 50% of their cleaning, they're more than likely going to call you back. Whether it doesn't matter how good you explain that dental plan, they're probably going to call you back and say, hey, my dental insurance didn't cover this. Now I owe $50 or $60, or I had a $100 deductible. I didn't know that. So with the Ameritas plan, 100% for preventative, you know, we don't have a deductible on the preventative, and the preventative doesn't count towards that annual max. It's a win-win-win for you guys. So just wanted to give a quick plug on that. Not to mention that it's super easy to enroll. It takes you about 5 minutes once you get done it a couple times. So questions. We've had a couple good ones that come through. So I'm just going to start from the top. So and this is asked a couple different times, Todd, and it's about our current block of Ameritas clients that our agents have. Are they going to have the opportunity to either re-enroll in this plan, or can they automatically get switched over? What's the steps if they want this new version of the plan instead of the old PrimeStar plan?
Sure. No, that's a very good question. So we'll start with maybe one step beyond that. So if someone is in one step prior, so if someone is in force with Ameritas, they get to keep the plan that they have. We're not changing their plan. We're not forced migrating them over into this plan. We want to make sure, you know, they can stay as long as they pay their premiums. We're happy to have them on their current plan. If someone wants to move to this plan, you know, it would require a cancel rewrite process. This plan is really designed for kind of new business forward, and so they would need to rewrite.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to save that one down here kind of for the end if we got a little bit more time here. Missing tooth clause. There is still a missing tooth clause with the Ameritas product as well. Do you want to explain the missing tooth clause a little bit, Todd?
Sure, yeah. So the missing tooth clause means that if someone enrolls in an Ameritas plan and they already are missing a tooth, there's already a hole in their smile, we will not pay to have that, to put a bridge or a crown or an implant. So if they come to us with that kind of pre-existing gap in their smile, we won't do that. However, if someone comes to us, they buy the coverage today, and they start the coverage tomorrow, and they go to the dentist's office, and the dentist says, this tooth is bad, we need to remove this tooth and put an implant in there, that's covered. Do you follow? Because that procedure was done while they were insured with Ameritas. That tooth was removed while they were insured with Ameritas, and I put an implant in there to replace it. Does that make sense? What we won't cover is if someone comes to us and the tooth is already missing. I won't pay to have an implant put in.
Now, with that, just because if they went to an Ameritas provider, will they receive a discount even if they did have that tooth missing prior to?
Some providers will. Absolutely right. Some provider that's on a provider by provider basis. Our claims and our customer service people can help you determine that. Absolutely, great question. That even though it's not, so it's called, what we call it, let me say it a different way, would be discounts for non-covered procedures, would be kind of the industry term. So can you get a discount for a non-covered procedure? And the answer is it's a provider by provider, choice. But we're happy, the customer service team is happy to help you locate providers that will give you that.
Absolutely. On kind of implants, since you mentioned that,
sure.
What parts of the implants are covered? Is it the surgery? Is it the actual prosthetic implant that's put in, the crown that is? Is it all covered? Tell me about that.
All covered, yeah. So the surgical, the actual prosthetic device, all of those are covered. We have the only limitation is we have one kind of implant every 5 years. Unless there was some sort of defect or, it's medically necessary to have one done more frequently. But that 5-year limitation is pretty industry standard. But yes, all of the procedure, the device, any sort of prep work that needs to be done to the gums or anything like that, all of that's covered.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Cleanings per year. There's 2 per year on the cleanings?
2, I believe, I'm so sorry. I think we increased it to, I'm so sorry. It's increased to 3, I believe. Let me just double check. I need to get back. I believe we've increased it to 3. I'm sorry, Andrew. Let me just
it'd be good because I would have said 2. So I'll write that down and I'll get back to Tim on that one. Not a problem. And anybody else that's here on the cleanings per year. We kind of talked about the discount that's there. So after their 2000 is gone, you still get the network discount, and then there is some discounted providers that's there as well. So we did get that. Copies of the slides. I think everybody's interested in that best economic value flyer. I know we've got an older one that we've had previously. Is there going to be a new one for the new total plan?
Yes, I can get that over to you.
Awesome. And that is a very good visual for your clients as well. Group plans or list billing. That's Todd, go ahead. I mean, we do some list billing. We do some group with Ameritas already. Is anything going to change for a total?
Nothing's going to change. So today, what I think of list billing, what we mean by that, or the way, I just want to make sure I'm answering the question correctly, is that if an employer has a 10 life group and they want 10 of their employees to all enroll in an individual plan, and Ameritas would send one bundled bill, one list bill that includes all of those premiums, and that employer would either pay it through payroll deduct or pay a one-time, through a check or an ACH fee. So today we don't have list bill capabilities where that's a bundled bill to that employer. Now, it doesn't mean that a 10 life group can't offer the PrimeStar plan. It would just be that those bills would all be billed to each one of those insureds. Does that make sense? It's not bundled billed where I'm sending one bill to the employer.
Let's see here. I guess this is a pretty good question. It says, will the current clients I have in my book be contacted and advised of the new plan options by Ameritas?
They wouldn't be contacted by Ameritas on the new options.
Okay. Very good.
No.
Let me see here. Got a lot of good questions here. Oh, the dental vision products, your clients still are going to have that old product that they can stay on, but that old product is not going to be available. Essentially, it's that second plan that's there, not the total, but the trying to think.
The access?
Yeah, the access. So that's going to be the most similar plan that's there for you. Yes, the preventative care on the current plan that's written today does count towards their out-of-pocket max. So it's going to be a change. That new plan that they're going to have for total is going to not count towards, the preventative care is not going to count towards that annual max.
Correct.
Bob, you have a question on balance billing. I'm going to call you directly on that. We'll probably do a conference with Ameritas on that, and we'll take care of you. When you rewrite to this new total plan, they're going to start over basically at year one with major. So they'd be at that 20% level, correct, Todd?
Correct.
Yep. Let's see here. Ameritas is considered a PPO plan. I know Ameritas has their own network that is a PPO.
You got it. That's right.
Assuming the hearing and LASIK benefit, the amount that is allowed will be coming off the annual maximum, correct? So
yes.
That's all bundled together.
Yes.
Yep. Got a few people asking about compensation. That's something where I put in the email that's there in that text box that you can go ahead and contact me directly at 800-852-7152. Or you can see that at the top of the screen, which it is, again, 800-852-7152. You can ask for myself, Andrew Rodman, or anybody on the health team to help you out. I also did put a link in the chat box to this page that you see now. This is just simply request a contract. So you can click on that link if you're not currently appointed with Ameritas, type in your info, you can write a little message in there if you'd like, which companies you want to be appointed with, and then myself or one of my colleagues here at the office will actually contact you. So I'm going to check to see if we got any other questions here. And then I do want to mention real quick before we get off, by writing this Ameritas product, this product does qualify you, does get you the chance to qualify for a new agent incentive trip, which started 7/1 of this year and runs as an 18-month qualification. So it is going to be in Los Cabos in 2023. It is an all-inclusive resort, absolutely fantastic at the Hard Rock. So who doesn't love all-inclusive, and who doesn't like getting rewarded for their business? So if you want more details on that, we'll go ahead and get that on over to you after the webinar. I will shoot you some general information over on what we discussed today, and then a recording of this webinar so that you guys can have it. Reminder, this is a launch on the 28th of this month. There's nothing that you need to do more if you're currently contracted. Just basically click into your link on the 28th. You'll see the changes that will be there. We're here to support you here at Western Marketing with any questions that you may have. So remember, once again, our number is 800-852-7152. If you're not currently contracted, click the link in the box or give us a call here at the office. Todd, as usual, I appreciate you, our relationship that we have with Ameritas and your team over there, and for getting this webinar off today. And we look forward to the 28th launching and getting your clients some better plans. So hope everybody has a great day.
Great. Thank you. Take care. Bye.